put you in the baseline.
Hello and welcome everyone, Tyrael here, and recently in my last live stream we were watching some Clan Wars raids and someone attacked one of my clanmates with a GoWiz. Now this is an attack that's purely golems and wizards. I haven't seen this attack in months. Now in my live stream I said this attack's gonna lose, it's so outdated, it's not as good as GoWiwi or GoWipe. But then I got to thinking, why is it not good? Why isn't it as good as a GoWiwi? I can see maybe with the level 5 P.E.K.K.A that it wouldn't be as good as a GoWipe, but why isn't it as good as a GoWiwi? I don't think there's any reason it isn't, and when you think about it, it's actually a faster build time because you don't have witches and golems training from the same dark barracks, because you're not training any witches at all, you're just training golems. So it's probably even better for people that don't gem. Why is it not as good? What makes it bad? Is it bad? The guy we were watching lost, so I immediately assumed it's because the attack style was bad. Not the attacker, but the attack style was bad. So I went ahead and I tried it out to see if it was just bad. Is it no longer a decent attack style? I see it maybe once every few weeks, maybe, in Champions League, maybe. Probably less often than that. I used to see it a lot a couple months ago. People were using it pretty much up to a year ago or more. People were just using GoWiz. Even when I think Golems first came out, some people used GoWiz, but not many. And actually, some of my favorite defense wins were against GoWiz. When I was at Town Hall 9, I was in Champions League, and I won against like 3 different people who used GoWiz. So it's one of my favorite things to defend against, but is it any good to attack with? So I decided to use it. I decided to use 4 golems. Extra protection because I've got so many wizards anyways. I might as well use extra golems. Now this does take a while to build. This takes an hour and a half, which is almost as long as most GoWiwis take. Some GoWiwis take less, most take a little bit more. The heavy witch ones take a little bit more. But I have 20 wizards, 20 wall breakers, no jump spell with this one. Because I have 20 wall breakers, I'm not bringing a jump spell. Instead, I'm just going to freeze that Inferno Tower. I didn't want to risk freezing both, because if I risk freezing both, I might just freeze the left one, then lose all my wall breakers. So I decided to just freeze the closest one, even though I could have frozen both Inferno Towers at the same time. And I'm also going to be freezing the clan castle and dropping a lightning on it. I also got the queen in there as well, so that's a little bit of extra help right there. Town Hall's already down, so this is actually working pretty well. If I can get the 50%, it's actually a good attack. Not like in my style of attacking. I'm not saying I'm an amazing attacker. No, what I'm saying is it's a decent attack style, like the golems and the wizards. Because this base, normally when you attack from the top, you can get stuck around the town hall and only get the 1 star. But as you can see, I'm going to get the 2 star, and he's got maxed out defenses. His walls are not maxed, but the rest of the defenses, the archer towers, the cannons, the everything, they're all maxed out. And so are the Tesla, and there was all the traps there. There was a full clan castle. Although it wasn't a great clan castle setup, it was a full clan castle. And the heroes were both there, and I was able to get 2 stars very, very easily with it. And I even saved 4 wizards. I dropped that extra one just to get extra gold, and I like to have a multiple of 4 left at the end of any raid. So 70 trophies. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Let's try it with the jump spell. So I'm going to be trying it with the jump spell. And I'm going in with pretty much the same composition, but I'm only using a couple wall breakers, just a couple, just to get through the outside walls. Now, for some reason, my wall breakers on the right decided to hit 2 very different walls when deployed from almost the exact same spot. I'm not sure why, but they went running left or right instead of just running straight down. I don't know why they didn't run just straight forward like they should have. The nearest wall is always straight forward, but one went left, one went right. I've got a ton of wizards going in. My main fear is that they'll be taken out by Inferno Towers, but I only have 1 free spell because I brought the jump spell, and I can't freeze the Inferno Tower because I was too worried about those buildings on the left totally wrecking me before I can even get close to Town Hall. If I can at least get to Town Hall, then get destroyed by the Inferno Towers, that's alright. I mean, at least I got the Town Hall. I'm already at 42%. When I get the Town Hall, 44%. My king is off doing nothing because my jump spell didn't go far enough to get me in there. I didn't have enough wall breakers to get myself all the way into the Town Hall compartment. But, I mean, I've got so much range with, what was that? I think it was 26 wizards plus a clan castle with 7 wizards. No, not 7 wizards. Is it? No. More than that. Is it? 8 wizards? Yeah, 8 wizards. So I had 8 wizards plus 26 I believe I had 34 wizards. I'm trying to math right now, and it's not working very well. Me no math well. But an Archer Queen level 40 and 30 some odd wizards, 34 wizards, that's more than enough firepower. So I decided to go without the lightning because wizards do splash damage. I mostly find little small troops in the clan castles like archers and wizards and witches. So theoretically, wizards should be able to take them out. Not as well as witches would take them out, but just this mass of wizards. Maybe 3 wizards will take out a clan castle better than 1 witch will. I actually think it would. Because you got 3 volleys of splash damage that take out like witch skeletons and archers and stuff. And the splashes to everything. But with the witch you only get the 1 skeleton and the 1 light damaging hit. Like 1 set of skeletons, not 1 skeleton. So I think maybe wizards are better at taking out a clan castle. But they're also more likely to die while taking out a clan castle. Gotta spam in my wall breakers because that's all I do with wall breakers is spam them. I do not have a freeze spell, so I cannot freeze that, and I just had to rely purely on fast-moving wall breakers. And I had so many left over, they just went everywhere and blew up everything. My Archer Queen's going the right direction, but nothing else is. Not even my Golems. Okay, that one Golem decided to go the right direction, but everything else, whatever's left of the Golems, are all going left. The Queen took out the Town Hall by herself, no help from stupid King over there, idiot King. Big dum-dum. He's off going around the outside, going around that ring around the core. But he did get the 50%, so we can give him credit for that. He did end up getting that 51%, and I'm just deploying a couple wizards, testing the water, seeing what extra percentage I can get. Because I want to see how much percentage I can get with this. So I've tried it with the lightning spell, and I've tried it with jump, and without jump with the lightning spell, and now I've already tried it without jump, and without a lightning spell. So there's only one thing left to try. The only thing left to try is without a lightning spell, and with a jump spell. So we're going to be using that 34 wizard on only like 8 wall breaker composition I was using before. And we need to see, does it work decently? It doesn't have to be amazing. It's not going to 3-star anyone. Not anyone strong, but is it going to work alright? I'm going through all these different setups because not everyone uses the same spell composition I use with every ground army. With every ground army, I use 1 lightning, 2 rage, 1 jump, 1 freeze. But that doesn't mean everybody watching this uses the same one. They might screw up horribly if they use that spell combination because they always use something completely different, like they never use jump spells or they never use lightning spells. They might lure the clan castle, they might not. I did not test that out, but I tested out freezing it sometimes. So I didn't freeze it this time, and also my wall breakers couldn't get quite far enough. I did not bring enough again. I brought the 8 wall breakers again, which is not enough to get you all the way even close to the core on this base. But you know what, I have a jump spell that will get me there, and all I need is my range to get there. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to freeze over there, and I'm out of wizards now, I guess. They're all gone, 2 multi-target Inferno Towers. That is the one thing with this army. You will lose so many wizards to multi-target Inferno Towers if you don't freeze them. But that doesn't really matter, because they will wreck massive amounts of buildings on their way there. And look at my Archer Queen. She does something smart right here. She goes back and gets the Town Hall right before her shield, her invisibility stuff falls off. Her special ability goes away, and she takes the Town Hall. We're at 45% though. We're at 45%, and as always, I save a couple wizards in the pocket. In one of the raids I did in this video, I did not save a couple wizards in the pocket. I deployed them all, but luckily it turned out alright. I recommend saving at least 3 or 4 wizards just to pick off buildings at the end. You never know how it's gonna go. And you probably don't need those wizards to get to the Town Hall, so you may as well save them. May as well pick stuff off, and it worked! I got exactly 50%. Now, it would probably have been safer to go after one of those army camps, but I decided not to, which is probably a bad thing, but it worked. It might not have worked if I had deployed a little bit slower. If I had deployed a little bit slower, I might have stopped at 49%, so I need to think about that. I keep forgetting that army camps now have way less health than they used to. They used to have over 1,000 health, and now they've got like 350 or something like that. Something puny, something one wizard can take out in just 1 or 2 hits. So, I guess army camps are really your thing to pick off now. It used to be the thing you avoid picking off. And I still gotta get out of that mindset. But, I don't know why people don't use GoWiz anymore. I mean, obviously it's not as strong a 3-star strategy, but it's faster to build if you use a 2 golem strategy and maybe 1 golem in your clan castle from a donation. You know, that'll take you maybe 45, 50 minutes to make, any Go Wipe or any Go Wee Wee will take longer than that to make. Now, mine took longer than that because I was cooking 4 golems. But you know what? You saw how long my golems lasted. My golems lasted way into the end. They lasted longer than my heroes in most cases. I mean, I had 2 stars by the time of the end of the golems. Like, they were still breaking well after I got the 2nd star and my heroes were dead. So I didn't need 4 golems. You can do it with 3. You can probably do it with 2, especially if your golems are maxed out. So you don't need 4 golems. You can do this as like a 50-minute army. Maybe 55, something like that. But a short army that's shorter than most of the ground armies, like a Go Wipe will probably take you about an hour and 10. And a Go Wee Wee will probably take you hour 15 to an hour and a half, maybe more to build. So this is a good alternative if you're not looking to 3-star anyone fully maxed out. And even then, maybe you can get lucky. Maybe if they have single target Inferno Towers, you can just roll right through, especially with the right spell combination. This could technically get a 3-star, but it would have to be a very specific base. I think this is a very good attack strategy. It's not the best in the world, but if you're on a budget, if you're balling on a budget, if you're pushing on a budget, you might want to look into this. It'll cost you less Dark Elixir or less Elixir, depending whether you're swapping from Go Wipe or Go Wee Wee, and it'll take less time to build, so you can attack more times before you get kicked off. Obviously, you'll still have to wait for your spells and your heroes, but I mean, if you don't need to wait for those, this is a faster army. This is a better army if you're pushing. I really think that it is, especially if your heroes are a decent level, maybe 20 plus, 25 plus. Something really for a mid to high Champions League is what I'm talking about for the heroes. Obviously, if you're in Masters League and you want to use this, that's fine. And you don't even need your heroes probably. Or you might need 1 hero and it doesn't have to even be level 20. So in Champions League you might want 20 plus heroes, but even below that you can use like 10 and 15 heroes. This does not rely too heavily on the heroes. They really help out, but you don't need them. So it is a great army for everyone, especially farmers that are pushing. So I have no idea why people have stopped using this. I guess it's just the gemmers, because they can gem up Go Wee Wee and Go Wipe and do a tiny bit better, even though they have to rely on their heroes a little bit more. But that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Tyrael, out.